too.
Zelda too?
Because you said tweet the link.
Oh. See what you did there.
Damn, look at you doing. Are you working on your puns too? You're going to crush that one guy.
All right, buddy. I'm killing your mic. We'll do the music, and then we're live.
Love you.
Sit silently. You're making a lot of noise. God damn it. And welcome to another episode of Papa's Football Podcast. Oddly named because I'm your host, John Papa Giorgio. The show today, we've got the lovely Brian Bolte via Skype.
Hello, boys.
Yes, you get to talk now, Brian. I've manually lowered the Tecmo Bowl music, so you can talk at a normal volume. It's all great. We've also got Teacup.
Yeah, Teacup. I like my new nickname.
Teacup in studio. Travis
right.
Sizzle, a.k.a. Travis Dorward.
Sizzle.
T-Sizz, but I like Teacup. You're right.
Stacking up on the nicknames.
Yeah, it's getting a little... You're kind of like a brother in the hood right now. It's like, you mean Pepe? No, man. I'm talking left leg.
Talking Teacup.
And we have in studio a guest comic we met, I guess, when we first... Not you, but when Pete and I first started doing stand-up. Brandon Morgan.
How's it going? You can call me Teaspoon if you want.
There you go, Teaspoon. Brandon, how long have you been doing stand-up in the DC area?
I'm probably coming up, like, realistically about a year. I started maybe like a year and a half was like the first time I went up, but like going consistently like the past year.
And Brandon revealed he's about as lazy as me when it comes to the stand-up. We're doing like a week each.
Yeah, I think like I said, doing a little over a year. And
How long have you been good at it?
Am I good at it?
He's a natural, age 14, dude. Yeah. Get off his ass. So the purpose of the show is to just have talk about our favorite stories from the previous week. If there's anything coming up that interests us in NFL football, not girl football, soccer, as the Europeans, all that stuff, the good stuff, Christ's football, and really pro football. I don't even like that college so much. I'm looking at Travis in the eye right now as I disparage his precious college ball.
That's my baby, man.
I know.
College football.
Your baby's fat and sloppy and doesn't entertain me.
Well, so was I as a baby.
Like father, like son.
Spirits. I feel like I'd like college football more if I didn't work like every Saturday since I was 15 years old.
Oh, what are you, like a
dude? Quit.
You do server stuff, and so you have to.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
I started at McDonald's, but then worked at like Outback and a bunch of restaurants.
So it was like a bunch of drunken 50-year-old guys that went to Virginia Tech back when like there was one black person.
Yeah, it's a good bit of that, and like I don't know. I didn't.
You weren't loving it.
They were loving me though. They offered me like a king's ransom to stay before I told them I was leaving, but I didn't do it. And part of me wonders if I should have done it.
To stay at Mickey D's?
Yeah. And I told them I was going to leave. They're like, "Oh, we'll give you whatever you want within reason."
Did they just want like a white face? Was that it?
I don't know. I mean, I was really good at the drive-through.
Yeah, I mean, totally.
Families will stop coming if you leave.
In this area, it's incredibly rare to see a white person doing food service. Like if you go down south, it's just everywhere.
I'd say it's more medium rare.
And it's amazing. Like you see a white person serving you, and not gonna lie, gives you a bit of an ego boost. Yeah, I'm better than you. This is happening. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that, Brandon. That was very hurtful of me. Yeah. So there was some crazy shit that happened. By the way, this one we can be dirty because this is pod only. Really, once a year I give them at this radio station an episode of this show to roll with.
Yeah, butt crack.
Woo. Yes.
Yeah.
Find the show, by the way, pfpod.com, and listen to our main show, the talk show that isn't football based at inpapasbasement.com. Those are both on iTunes and Stitcher and all that shit. So, Brandon, you are a Bucks fan. I want to know who hurt you, why that happened, what went wrong.
Yeah, I am regrettably a Bucks fan, but I love it thick and thin. I don't know. They've always been close to my heart.
Why?
I was born in Tampa, and I lived in Florida for about 13 years. So,
are you sure that's not a tumor?
Yeah.
How are you not a piece of shit then? You're a good
guy. I think I got out at the right time.
Okay.
I left like when I was probably like 12, 13, right around then. So I feel like had I stayed through my teen years, it really would have solidified me as a real douchebag.
I think, yeah, puberty in Florida fucks you for life.
Yeah, I saw some people like a couple years ago, went back and I saw some people who didn't get out.
They were pretty much the movie Bully. Sorry, that's
I haven't seen it,
Don't
but I've
understand
no one
that
will ever
reference.
get that fucking reference. It's something that when my brother and I first got Showtime, we
I'm
watched.
sure-
you
I'm
know what? I
sure it
have
was
seen
real
that
clever.
actually.
maybe.
I don't think they kill a kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I have seen that.
See, Florida rite of passage over there, killing a kid, hiding the corpse.
Makes
Fucking
me
Bijou
feel like
Phillips.
home.
Do they
Feels
hide him
home.
like in a swamp or something too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That makes
they
sense.
hide the titular bully.
Yeah. As far as I know,
You're
that should have
bringing
been
up
a
some
documentary.
memories from Brandon's youth here.
They were previously successfully repressed.
Did you murder a man named Teacup? Is it all coming together?
That's,
I
became
wish you would.
Teaspoon when I killed Teaspoon.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's kind of like Highlander in that way.
And you're in the uppity part of Florida. The Tampa and the Bradenton area is not that bad. I think that's why you turned out okay. I lived in Panama City Beach for a year and ran out of there. That's the part where the people are killed for no reason
Well,
and
I'll
do all the
say
crazy things.
I didn't stay there. I moved around literally every year of my life up until 8th grade. I moved at least once. So I lived in Tampa, and it's a little dirtier when you are on the poorer side of town. Like, I didn't realize until I was like probably 10
There's
years
another
old.
way to
that's a
refer to
weird
that side of
correlation.
town,
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
PC.
It was the real ghetto. Like, I didn't realize houses came without bars across the windows and doors until I was 10 years old. It's like, how do you keep the crackheads out?
Oh, God.
So that's why you have 3 last names? All the moving around?
Just ordered them.
Yep.
One in honor of each dad.
Mom, I'm scared. I haven't seen a gun.
I lived in Miami for a bit too. I saw like 3 people get shot outside that apartment we lived in at that time, and I was like, we should probably move, maybe.
Me too. I saw this guy. He shot a dude who was wielding a chainsaw.
Wow.
He had just killed his friend Angel Fernandez, and yeah,
With the chainsaw?
It's pretty intense.
Is this Street Fighter that you're talking
Yeah,
about?
Scarface, but close.
Oh,
Say,
okay.
this is something to masturbate to this day.
I fell for it.
And later, that guy, got involved with Frank Logia, and he rose through the criminal underworld. There you go. All right, that was the worst detour I've ever fucking taken. So you're a Bucks fan. They had that one Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was great. It was a lot of fun. Still live vicariously through that 1 year.
What was that? 02?
Yes.
Yes, I believe so. I think
02
yeah.
season, maybe.
I think it was.
03
I think it was the
game?
01 season. 02.
02,
was what
okay.
happened. But yeah, I feel like a kindred spirit with like a lot of Redskins fans, because I feel like I'm always very hopeful before the season starts, and then everything just crumbles and falls apart. You're like, oh, we have such good, like, there's so much potential here, so many good weapons, things are starting to turn around for us, and then it ends up being more of the same.
One of us, Google Gobble.
Yeah.
We accept him. One of us.
I just want to say, as a Skins fan, I like the Bucks because they're probably one of 4 squads that are shittier than us that we can reliably like point to and be like, haha, you
Like
fucking
right
suck.
now, or just as a
Like the last decade or so. I want to say the Bucks have been shittier. The
Browns.
Browns have been shittier.
I mean, the Jags are doing well this year, so they're
Rams,
they're getting out of
kinda
it.
maybe.
Even they're coming back too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, thank God for the Bucks. Thank God so hard for them.
You a
Bucks.
big Dirk Coder fan?
I
I just love saying his name.
Dirk Coder.
honestly, I always forget
Dirk.
how you're supposed
Dirk
to pronounce it.
Coder?
He sounds like a man who was shot trying to cross the Berlin Wall. Like, remember when Dirk Coder bled out across that barbed wire? The Dirk Coder.
Yeah, I don't know.
Memorial.
I'm trying to figure out how I feel about the whole. You know, they're saying that there's apparently a rift between he and old Jameis.
Oh,
They
Jameis.
claim it's not real, and they're saying there's their relationship is still strong, but I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I was kind of skeptical when they drafted him, and he's had some good times, had some real bad ones too. So
Who, crab legs?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Crabs.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, who's the franchise going to go with? The coach with a losing record or the quarterback they drafted to hopefully build around for the next 15 years? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well,
Real head scratcher.
They're one of these teams this year that had high hopes and have failed miserably. I was one of those stupid people who got sold into them because of Hard Knocks, and
I purposely didn't watch it as much as I wanted to for that reason.
I was so hyped up on them. Just for that's one of the best. I've watched Hard Knocks every year, and that was one of my favorites.
Yeah,
The HBO has that effect
you
on
watch
me.
too much TV, buddy. You just have too much
Nuh-uh.
time to watch TV. Your
Nah, my
Tampa
life's
Bay.
awesome.
I love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for this reason. They got me into gambling. I won $1,000 on a 2003 John Gruden Super Bowl year, and
Nice.
that was my hooked me on gambling. I've never won a penny
that'll
cents.
happen.
But that's why I love gambling.
Yeah.
And that's why I like your Buccaneers.
Oh yeah.
And
Also, they have a
their
pirate
helmets are
ship in
really
their
cool.
stadium, so
That is true. They score a touchdown and cannons fire like a fancy Chuck E.
Tampa
Cheese.
Bay,
Yeah.
we're gonna win. What was that? That was their like fight song in the.
Oh, I wanted to think you were making that up.
No, that was legitimately their fight song when they had the creamsicle uniforms when they lost like 20 games in a row.
Oh, back in the day.
Yeah, like
Who
way
was that
back.
fucking coach of theirs? Like for their absolute, their bottom, their fucking.
I forget his
Their
name, but
nadir.
I just remember when they finally broke that losing streak, they like popped champagne in the.
Oh
in
yeah,
the locker
yeah,
room.
yeah. It was tremendous. He had all these great lines. He's like one of the wittiest coaches I've ever like. What did you think of your team's execution? I'm in favor of it.
Oh,
Like,
by the way,
fucking-
thank you for Doug Williams.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's
we got.
very
Yeah.
sweet of you.
That's
Yeah,
a good pull.
going
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Doug
Good
Williams,
for
thank you very
man.
much.
Good for you. All right, now that we've lost literally everyone, let's get to the stories of the week. First of
Why?
all,
Because I brought up a black guy. Like what?
no, oh yeah. It
Well, yeah.
just like the neighborhoods that Brandon used to live in. That caused white flight, and now the episode's over. Before we get rolling, I just want to announce this is the start of Saturday games. I think those might be throughout the rest of the season. At the very least, we do have Saturday games, 4:30 and 8:30 p.m. I don't know who's playing. I think maybe the Chargers for one of them, and I'm kind of digging the Chargers.
I think the night game is Chargers Chiefs. I will confirm that.
Yep.
All right, sounds really
You are
good.
That's
absolutely
I'm
right. Chargers Chiefs, and that's for the division. Who is going to be in first place in the
pretty
division?
much, yeah.
Chargers
excited for that.
looking great. 4 wins in a
Yes.
row.
I fucking hope that they win just to spite San Diego. I don't even know who I'm siding with in that. And I fucking hate both sides. I don't like San Diego because everyone's pretty and it's warm there. And I don't like the Chargers because their management is they're owned by some cheap Greek piece of shit who's Spanos.
Wait, what?
Chargers owner is a piece of shit.
Yeah, Spanos. He's just like Angelos.
Yeah.
Like fucking the Greeks put the Jews to shame. Like when it comes to stereotypes about money, if your team is ever purchased by a Greek, assassinate him. Like just fucking murder him unless you want 30 years of pure misery. They are the cheapest nickel and dimiest millionaires I've ever known. Like Peter Angelos has fucking run the Orioles into the ground. They've almost become the Browns of baseball. I mean, there's a lot of teams like that. Don't get me wrong, but Angelos is a gigantic.
Speaking of Browns,
piece
he
of
really
shit.
likes anal. That's why I like Greeks.
Yeah, the Greeks are your spirit animal, given your butthole
They
fascination.
really are.
Yeah. So we've got what games again? Teacup.
On Saturday?
Yeah.
Bears,
that
Lions,
is-
and
yeah,
the
Bears
day.
Lions at 4:30.
The
I'll watch
1:30
both.
here.
I'll watch both.
And
No one cares,
Chargers
Ryan,
Chiefs.
about West Coast. fans.
God bless you and the fucking West Coast thing you got going. I'm so jealous of that.
And then Sunday we got Rams Seahawks at 4:05.
You mean 105
Yeah,
for
meh, meh, meh,
Brian.
meh, meh,
Yeah,
meh.
meh, meh, meh.
Patriots Steelers at 4:25.
All right. Well,
Other than that, it's kind of like who gives a shit.
well, I know that's the beauty of the end of the season, at least for me. I had really started tapping out on football this season, like hardcore, skipping a lot of games, but I forgot how lovely it is near the end of the season, the way they've scheduled things, where it's a lot of in-division games those final 3 weeks. And I'm fucking hooked, man. I was watching it left and right. I mean, you have to not watch what's going on in DC. You have to skip the Skins game. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, look, I can't openly say I'm rooting against the Redskins. I want them to win. But if they lose, I'm kind of horny for the Chargers this year. So that wouldn't be the
I
worst
hated
thing.
last week. Like, I couldn't not watch the Redskins game, but
Oh,
there
I
were so
didn't.
many better games going on.
Dude,
during
I
it.
watched the Jags Seahawks, and I think there's one other game during that slot. That was-
Rams Eagles.
Yes, I was juggling the two of them.
Oh, it's great
Those were
games.
both fucking incredible, generating two of the biggest stories of the week.
Yeah.
And you
Meanwhile,
missed
I'm
it.
stuck watching the Redskins try football. Like,
Yeah, you're
not even really.
you're watching a team that the only part of championship football they are managing to sync with is the injuries. But the Eagles, they had the prime injury, but like they also win the NFC East. Carson Wentz gets the touchdown record for the team on his busted ACL throw.
I hate that happened. I like Carson Wentz despite him being on the Eagles, but
So far, me too.
silver lining, we get a third Jeff Fisher quarterback in the playoffs.
That is true.
Nick Foles,
Case Keenum,
and Jared Goff.
Oh yeah, shit.
So he's
I will be done.
Jeff Fisher is probably going to be slugging down some Jack Daniels.
Oh,
during that. And
I can actually give you a Jeff Fisher segment in a second.
Oh, true.
Oh, true. I got a bit of a thing for Jeff Fisher. I realize he's a piece of shit now, in retrospect.
Yeah.
He's
got a soft spot in my heart because my dad, when he had a mustache, he looked just like him.
Really?
Yes.
Your dad's mustache tickles. I love it.
I can just imagine
a beehole though.
Yeah, you need to butch up your asshole, man. It's kind of a little annoying getting back there and you're just laughing like a girl.
Start wiping with sandpaper.
The story of the week, let's be honest, Carson Wentz, ACL tear, out for the season. Dude, as a Redskins fan, I can't speak for you guys, does not bug me like Dak Prescott, and not like in a racial way. I just really hate the Cowboys that much more. Like,
I wasn't thinking it was a racial thing until you brought that up.
You made me think that, and that makes you the racist. The Cowboys, I really wish all the ills in the world upon, and the Giants, not far behind. Like, I don't like them so much, but the Eagles are just such have-nothings, and I enjoy Philly. Like, when I'm driving through Philly, like, there's some dirty shit bars in the row houses of Philly. Like, if you've ever driven through the Philly row houses, you will legit see just like house, and then on the corner, like on the edge of a townhouse, as you would have in our civilized area, just a bar. And you're like, how many mob murders have taken place in this shitty bar that's been around since like 1896? Like, the things that have happened in that bar. Like, it's true hipster dive bar,
they threw batteries at Santa. On some level, you gotta respect it.
Exactly. They are such pieces of shit. It's just a mob movie come to life. You're like, God help us if that was the entirety of the world. But for 2 hours, I'm rooting for this. I'm liking this. And yeah, that's Philly doesn't bug me there. Like, New York bugs me. I go to that city a lot. I've never clicked with it. I want to fucking click with it. Oh God, we'll do the Jewish bit. My mom is rolling hard with the Jewish bit this Christmas, or should I say this Hanukkah, now that she learned via Ancestry.com that she's 1/16th, and she's narrowed it down to
so she gets to celebrate half a day. Is that
like Hanukkah? A quarter of one candle, or she gets half of one candle, I get a quarter. Yeah, no, it's weird.
Hey guys, please don't leave the studio due to this bit. Please stay in the studio. John, this is just a horrible bit. I'm going to hang up.
Inside joke, Brandon.
Yes.
Inside joke. Yeah. Our listeners know the joke.
But yeah, I like Carson Wentz, especially because season 1, I thought he was kind of a bust. And let's be honest, like, compared to Goff, like, he's the more retardier looking of the two, right?
He looks like Prince Harry. He looks like Prince Harry.
Well, Prince Harry's kind of got like the handsome ginger look to him.
They both look retarded, like gingers.
He's just a goofy Dakota guy. You can't.
He doesn't have the look of the starting quarterback. Fuck, Peyton Manning is kind of
those are the guys you want, apparently.
Yeah,
Matthew Stafford. I always felt like he's kind of, I don't know. I never saw him as like a great like chiseled leader kind of face.
No, he looks like more than most. He looks pretty downsy.
Yeah, like just a real doughy face.
Yeah,
who was it? I missed
Matt Stafford.
I find him handsome, and I'd suck his dick.
So you're saying, like, when the Skins are, they're obviously going to let our dude go, Kirk, and they're looking for a new quarterback with
bring him on to Tampa,
quote unquote skin tangibles. Should they be looking really for like signs of fetal alcohol syndrome? Like, is that what we're just like fucked up nose bridge, wide eyes? Okay, cool.
Let's give the football to Devin Brent.
This kid's got something. Walk on starting quarterback in the NFL, Devin Brent. So I did not like seeing. I got to see that play live where Carson Wentz ripped out his ACL like a dunce going for it. And
it's pronounced a seal. But carry on.
Hackle. So yeah, where does that leave them? I mean, they have Nick Foles now. They have their old quarterback who a couple years ago it was the year 1 of Chip, right? That he just fucking lit up.
What's that?
Thank you.
I forget if Andy Reid was still there when the first year he lit it up, but No, I think that was his rookie year.
I think
you're right.
I think it was the one Chip Kelly year that was kind of everyone's like, he's lighting the world on fire.
I mean, either way, don't sleep on him. Like he sucked when he became a Jeff Fisher quarterback, and we've seen what happens when quarterbacks get out of that situation.
Look, I think the Eagles are sufficiently deep enough that they could still make playoff noise. Will they win the Super Bowl?
How deep are they?
So deep that Travis's mom said, "Stop tickling me with your mustache on my BH." I don't think they're as ill-equipped as a lot of teams that have lost their starting quarterback. Now, he could go out next week. Who are they playing Sunday?
Giants.
See, that's such a... We're not going to be able to determine shit from that because the Giants are just meh at this point. Yeah, they're nothing. I don't think they're winning anything, but...
I mean, I think I'm more excited for these playoffs than maybe I've ever been. The NFC picture was already super interesting. Now it's got any 6 teams I could easily see winning the conference.
Except for the Redskins, they got eliminated Sunday.
Well,
you good there?
Yes.
You good there? All right.
They're horrible.
Yeah. And the parallels were immediately being drawn. I guess I haven't seen enough of Wentz, you guys, to have really thought of him in the vein of RG3. There was a lot of that being bandied about after the injury, though, because I guess that makes it that much easier to draw the same conclusions. Like this, he's a reckless guy. I didn't realize he was that I thought he was like white boy mobile. Like on occasion you get a scramble here and there. Does he have the same rep of being a damn idiot that takes unnecessary hits?
No, it's calculated risks with him, I think. Like he was diving for a touchdown. With RG3, he didn't know how to slide.
Yeah, RG3 would have been 3rd and 17 trying to get 2 yards and getting the same injury. You're like, oh boy.
Yeah, Wentz isn't an idiot. It was just it happens. I mean,
that was my initial vibe when people were
boy mobile.
Yeah, exactly. The occasional
got hurt.
The occasional tasteful run. Like a tasteful white boy dong. Just a nice 7 inches, a girth you can take home to mom. And just the porridge that Goldilocks fucked.
A girth that you can
take home 4 mom or 2 moms?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
I don't know why I thought that was really funny, but
somebody's mom likes a nice girth.
Maybe it's just because it came out of John's mouth.
Oh.
Ooh, that's sexy.
Speaking of RG3, do we want to touch on that one real fast? I found a gem of an article. Like the dude doesn't.
I thought he was out of my life. I don't. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like hearing about the ex that broke your heart, and 5 years later you're like, no, I've moved on. What? She got herpes? She miscarried? What happened? Tell me. So RG3 revealed, shall we call it that? Brian, you want to take point on this? But it was an article I found saying RG3 let slip. I guess he was getting interviewed by what's her face that just got suspended by ESPN like 2 months ago, like Jamel Harris or something. Or
Jamel Hill.
Okay, cool. I didn't want to get the first part wrong because then I'd sound very bigoted is the technical term.
Jashiq when
yeah, if I was like Jameme Thompson. No, I don't watch a lot of ESPN. Anyhow, she was her, and who's her partner in crime? What's that show they do? I shouldn't have said partner in crime. Fuck.
Honestly, I really don't watch ESPN very much. I don't even know what her show is.
She the black dude she has a show with? I don't fucking know.
Is she with Stephen A or is that some? I don't know.
Younger dude.
I don't care.
I think his name's Michael. Maybe. I don't know.
We should probably stop guessing. And
no, we're gonna take up 30 minutes, and we're just gonna keep Nick.
We're gonna just play
Sebastian
Hangman to guess that. Oh, I shouldn't have said that either. Travis, why are you putting your hands up? That's wrong. He revealed, and I'm saying revealed like I would say I revealed Pamela Anderson offered to blow me when I was 14 years old, that he tended offers from both the Ravens and the Cardinals this offseason and turned both down because they weren't the right fit. Brian?
Here's the interesting point. They said, well, why would you not want a contract? And with Arizona, he said, well, they already had Carson Palmer, who I wouldn't mind learning behind and playing with.
Mm-hmm.
But they also have Blaine Gabbert and is it Stanton that's in there right now?
Stanton, I think, is their current starter.
No, Gabbert
Correct.
is.
Oh, Gabbert is. Okay.
Yeah. Stanton was in and then Gabbert was in. But then he said they're not going to carry 4 quarterbacks. So basically he was saying he's not good enough to beat out Gabbert or Stanton. And neither one of them are good quarterbacks.
Not particularly.
And those are his words. Those were his words.
Okay.
And that kind of shocked me because it's RG3. And I would think you'd have a little more confidence in yourself. This is why I think it's BS. I don't think there was actual a contract. They might have talked to him or called his agent. I don't think they were offered him a contract. I think the same thing with Baltimore because he said, well, Baltimore called me before the preseason game against the Redskins, and they wanted me to play. And I didn't think I was ready to play because I didn't know their book or something to that effect. It's like it's the preseason. That's what you do. You get thrown in. You only have to know a handful of plays because you're going to play a couple downs, and that's it.
I'm just like, not to be a dick, but like, he knocked up the second broad he's with, right? Greta.
Yep.
Yeah, the FSU girl that he left his wife.
Yeah, and he had the wife who's getting spousal support and child support. I'm guessing like a bunch of support. Like, what's the dude's income? Like, Subway ain't hollering. Like, he's not doing Eastern Motors ads.
I mean, I'm sure he has plenty of money saved up. He had a ton of endorsements when.
And John, didn't he get signed before the new agreement came through? Didn't he get a shit ton of money?
No, he was
in his contract.
He was absolutely after that CBA. That's why he was. He was
on the new like rookie.
He was drafted the first
okay.
year of that new rookie wage scale, and that's why people didn't criticize as much giving away the farm for the dude, because it was like, look, that first round pick is, I think, tying your hands to like 24 mil. Like, I think the rookie scale back then, it was like a 4-year contract at about 6-ish a year with a 5th year option. And so people are like, well, fuck, if he's a bust, at least like you're not losing legitimately like 49 mil as well as the picks. But I mean, not to sound like a
net
complete
worth is quoted at 13 million.
Fuck,
and
good for him, man.
The internet never lies, but I believe it because remember when he came to Skins and he got the rookie of the year. He had, you name it, he was on television all the time, and it wasn't just locals, national stuff, Subway, and
he was beloved.
And even if he ever is strapped for cash, he just needs to go to Baylor and do it. They'll pay him for anything. Like,
that's true.
Sign autographs. Like,
he could legit go down there and do the Donald Trump thing where he kills someone, and like everyone just looks the other way and is like, what happened? This bullet found this man's skull, and I can't put 2 and 2 together. So we got that. We've also got, like I mentioned, going on when Carson Wentz's knee was ripped out. I was juggling it with the Seattle Jaguars game, a game that
it's the Seattle Seahawks, John.
Seattle versus the Seattle Jaguars, the Jacksonville Hawkbirds.
Go Red Hawks.
Red Tails.
Red Tails.
What it is.
And this is again a storyline. I wouldn't have given a shit about this game on paper going into the season, but I really had not seen much of the Jaguars thus far, and they came in at 8-4. The Seahawks were also 8-4. I hate the Seahawks. I hate them very fundamental. I've stopped really hating Russell Wilson so much, but the rest of the team is, as they proved during that game, pretty fucking classless. And I'm not one of those like white dudes who's like win with honor and all that kind of shit, but like, even by my very lowered scales, they are classless pieces of shit. I'll break down the game for you. Late on, Jags needed to get 1 first down to pretty much ice the game. That was it. Like, Seattle had 1 timeout, I believe. They could not stop the clock. They get it. Leonard Fournette on 3rd down runs for like 12 fucking yards. And that's that. It fucking old. The fat bitch done sing. Like, after a very physical game. God, the Jaguars defense, dude, they really strike me as like a young Seattle, where it's like you look at all the talent they have going and they're all on these rookie contracts. It's fucking insanity. Like, they're paying the team in circus peanuts. It's nothing. Like, 3 years from now when all his contracts come up, well, you're going to see what happened with Seattle, where suddenly your 3rd round quarterback is like, I now make $25 million a year. And you're like, fuck me, that hurts. and your Richard Sherman equivalent. I forgot their
Jalen Ramsey.
Ramsey and they have Clay as well, or Clay's like a
I mean,
end or a
if you just
tackle,
want me
right?
to name, they're like good players. Inside linebacker Miles Jack. Their other corner AJ Bouye.
Now who's the racist, Travis?
No, his last name's actually
Exactly.
like Bouye.
I know. That was funny.
But yeah, I don't know what you just said, but I'm gonna take it as a
I said-
disrespect.
Yeah, you should teacup.
But yeah, yes, good comparison with young Seattle. Continue.
Yeah, and like you really, if seeing them on the rise, you really hope they get it done fast, because in a couple of years they won't be able to. Like even Blaine Gabbert, I don't know when the fuck his rook contract is up. They might have re-signed him already, but that shit will hit the fan because
Blaine Gabbert is on.
I'm sorry, not
Cardinals.
Blaine Gabbert, the fucking Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles. He's playing better now, but
you know he's gonna march in with the balls to be like, I'm the reason of this resurgence. Call me Jesus Christ
no,
himself.
they know they benched him before the season started for a week for
Leaving the seat up.
can't think of the backup's name right now, but they're not really viewing him as the quarterback as the Chad Henne.
He was from Miami. Chad Henne.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant Pennington for a second because I'm senile, and I was like, he's still in the league. What happened?
But he's playing well enough. They'll probably keep him for next year, and then if they keep winning and he's not screwing up too much,
as long as he knows
they
his
might.
place.
Yeah, exactly. Like they might.
They
extend
took his
him.
fifth-year option, which a lot of people gave him a hard time for, but now it looks like they're going to win the division. So he can't be.
He really
Of course.
is on the tail end of that contract. Then, oh shit,
But
already,
if you guys look, if you look at the best defense in the league as far as points given up, the Jags have given up the least amount of points.
I thought they led in pretty much every tangible, like every quantifiable thing. The Jags defense was near the top. Like they're really on fire this year. As long as Bortles doesn't fuck up hard, as long as he doesn't Munson or Bortles the situation, like they could.
He can
go
Alex Smith the game and win.
I
He
know
can
you're not a
manage the game.
fantasy guy, John, but their defense is like, as far as calling them a player, as far as fantasy is concerned, they're like top 30, which is absurd for fantasy for a defense. Yes.
Okay, I grasp that much of defense.
Yeah, so they're like on par with like a pretty good running back or wide receiver as far as fantasy points.
Cool. I meant that semi-sincerely. Cool. Yeah.
Sounds super sarcastic.
So after they pretty much put the game on ice, the Jags, as one is wont to do when that bitch done be done, they go victory formation, and Seattle, being the classless pieces of shit they are, charged the victory formation. Not once, but twice. I think the first time, I have it punched up here, Michael Bennett like
Shocking.
rolls onto the leg of the Jaguar center. I don't have his name, but he just fucking
Who
like
cares?
legit
Sorry.
like falls to the ground and then does like, you know, like you're practicing stop, drop, and roll right into the back of this
Yeah,
motherfucker's
it was
knees.
purposeful.
Oh yeah, then
It wasn't like an accidental, like, oh, I kind of fell on your leg.
No,
My
he was
bad.
being a
It
complete
was,
piece of
I'm
shit.
taking you down.
Then Sheldon
He thought-
Richardson throws a
He
punch.
thought it was a Las Vegas cop. That's what happened with Michael Bennett. He was having a flashback. Sorry.
Oh, was Bennett that dude who like
it was that dude.
Oh
He
no,
fought the cops in Las Vegas.
like when that first went down, I was just like, I can't believe the police would do that. Just what an abuse of power. And then I heard the tape came out. I never really got off my lazy ass to watch it, but they're like, nah, Michael Bennett could have been like a bigger piece of shit in the tape. And I'm like, oh, okay then. Well,
People are saying that's why he didn't get suspended for this. Like, NFL doesn't want to make themselves look like racist, I guess.
oh, they already sorted out suspensions for this?
I'm pretty sure that I think it came out today that their reasoning was that he was going after the ball.
That's right. Okay, you're absolutely correct. Yes, they did say he was going after the ball and they let it slide, which is just a crock of shit. Like, it's a victory formation, dude. That's it. Like, just let it go.
I don't hate when like defenses in that situation play hard to like force a fumble, but in this situation they were clearly just pissed off and just wanted to like hurt somebody.
I feel like Tampa did the same thing when
when
blanking on-
Schiano
when he was on there, and like
I
they
remember
gave
that
him
a couple
crap
years
for
ago.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the way I view it, it's kind of shitty, but it's also sort of the equivalent of like a Hail Mary for defense. Like,
Yeah.
if you're the offense and you really don't want that to happen, then go to shotgun, because like if you're under center and they go full speed, there's like a 0.5% chance that you could cause a fumble, but at least there's a chance.
I get what you're saying. It's one of those things where I think you just gotta,
like
for player safety.
I lean towards that side, but I'm saying I don't hate it usually, but this situation,
they need
bullshit.
to pretty much, if they're serious about player safety, they need to just be like, look, if they're doing victory formation, don't fucking touch them. Like that's the game. Or they need to have something where you come out with like a quill and parchment and you guys just sign away and you're like, look, the last couple of downs, man, let's just go to McDonald's, get served by Brendan. Call it a day.
I hear he's really good at the drive-thru.
Yeah,
pretty great.
I like a white man serving me at McDonald's, and they all nod in agreement.
I'd always throw weird condiments in the bags. It was hilarious to me. You got French fries? Have some grape jelly.
I thought you were gonna say weird condoms, which would be way funnier.
Had I stayed there long enough, I might have started doing that.
Here's a French tickler.
Brandon's a real man. Why would he have a condom? Gross.
So I'm not a sailor.
The very next play. Sorry, I was thinking it triggered me. I was just thinking of Last Christmas. The very next play, you gave it away. Sorry. So the very next play, they do the same shit again, even though there's already been like mayhem, as Paulie Walnuts would say, and ejections. Seattle's up to their old tricks. At this point, Jefferson for Seattle gets ejected. This is where it gets really fun because Jefferson is walking toward the fucking exit to the field, the tunnel. And the fans start pelting him with shit. Like a fucking drink flies at his head.
Which one? Real dick move on the fans.
Fuck yeah.
Not cool with that.
They're pieces of complete
No
garbage.
good. Fuck him. Fuck him.
I mean, it's kind of funny, but don't do it.
I mean, it's funny, but yeah, dude, you could like legit hurt the guy. Like some ice could, I don't know, straw could go in his eyeball, and then he's blind for like the saddest reason ever.
Good.
So he's walking, and the Jag fans are being pieces of shit. And this flies at him, and he then charges toward the stands and like really makes the old college try of trying to climb up the side of the stands and get these dudes like Ron Artest style. And
hey, John, a little Florida callback, huh? You mean Florida fans are pieces of shit?
Yeah, exactly. Florida's full of savages. So yeah,
Jags fans like
No.
learn your place a little bit. Like you finally get good, and now you think like you have the right to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just complete cockiness. Like that's reserved for the Philly fans and their 0 rings.
Yes.
Learn your place.
Throw batteries, not sodas.
Throw drinks. Yeah.
Throw batteries at Santa, not at players.
So he gets pulled down by some coaches and is still just flipping the fuck out. Like, and you're watching him for like 30 seconds. Like, holy hell, is he going to give it a second go? And he finally goes like under a much heavier pelting. Like once people see what's going on, more shit starts flying at him. I am just cackling while watching this. It's like the craziest shit I've seen in like a good season, I would say. And it was just a complete highlight. Like Seattle loses and this happens. Like I fucking had to fondle myself afterward.
I'm just disappointed he didn't get up and over into the stands because I feel like it would have been fascinating to watch him versus the entire stadium, like just Hulk smashing left and right.
Yeah,
to see how far
that would have been fucking like the highlight of.
I just want to know his thought process. Like, first of all, you're not getting over that wall. And then even if you do, what's your end game here? Like just
I mean, it's kind of like a zombie apocalypse kind of thing. Like, yeah, you can take out like a few of them, but you're eventually going to get overwhelmed by the numbers.
Yeah, completely. Like the fucking Skrulls with Hulk or something. Yeah. Also, Travis, I'm disgusted that you had to label it as his end game.
Oh, Travis.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Ha ha. Ha ha ha.
No, I get it. You're just completely heated. I don't fucking know.
I'm fuming.
I've never been. No, I take it back. I've been that pissed. I've never been so pissed I thought I could take a stadium though. Let's boil it down. Like that's anger I've never comprehended.
There's literally like 70,000 witnesses. Like
also confidence I'd have never had either.
Oh yeah, that.
So I think it's a bad look. I don't respect it unless he goes out and finds these fans in like public and then beats the shit out of them. It's like, all right, well, at least you finished the job. Like,
yeah, he like hunts them like Michael Corleone at the beginning of part 3. Worst movie to reference ever. But he blows up the guy who blew up Apollonia. He's like, yeah, it took 20 years, but
when Ron Artest did this, he got an 86-game suspension. I think he should at least get suspended.
I mean, I think he's probably serving.
Oh, he's not coming back to the like he's not a starter, so it's not even worth like bringing him back. He's definitely going to be suspended for the rest of the year, I think.
Oh, the suspensions have not come down for this. I thought it was a bunch of like one gamers or something.
Well,
bullshit.
maybe that's got to be more than a game.
I would hope, man. Like it was not. And then Earl Thomas afterward was being a complete piece of shit. They're just Seattle's a bunch of horrible losers. And they're not like good enough anymore where they can get away with that. Like they're 8-5 now. That's like 5 games you were really shitty after.
You lost the Redskins, like
yeah, for fuck's sake. God, that was the sweetest. That was our Super Bowl. That was the sweetest.
That was our Super Bowl.
Oh fuck yeah! Like they took down like Seattle. I will say this every episode has been the bane of the Redskins. They have eliminated the Redskins, I believe, the last 3 times that they have been in the postseason. They are the fucking postseason Grim Reaper for the Redskins.
They tore RG3's ACL.
Yes, they did that. There was the one time that I really remember the Skins getting a playoff win.
They gave us Jim Zorn, so screw them.
Fuckers, they Trojan horsed us.
I love Jim Zorn. Shut up.
The Skins got that one win over Tampa Bay. No cannons were fired that day. And then they go to Seattle and lose. And yeah, I believe it was at least one more time under Gibbs. They lost to Seattle or some shit. They've 3 times. The last 3 times they've been in the playoffs.
05, 07, and 2012.
Yep, there you go. My man knows it. My man Teacup. Teacup on the math. On the math ones is a
Teacup in the house.
Other than that, again, if you avoid the Redskins and just flip around to watch games for the sake of great games, you had a nice week. There's a snow game in Buffalo. Shady McCoy rips off a run in OT like with 1 minute left. I love a good snow game. I don't know. Do you guys get off on the snow games?
I do. This was a snow game to the highest extent.
It looked like 5 inches or some shit on the ground. Like it was real snow.
Wish I had 5 inches. But yeah, it was great. I think I only saw the highlights of it, but from the highlights, oh man, that looked like a fun game to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was like it's always football from back when you would like smoke and drink in the locker room at halftime, and like you just had a little leather strap as your helmet. Like I feel like the forward pass. What is this madness? I guess the rules would permit it. Like back when the forward pass was the same way the alley-oop worked in semi-pro with was it Jackie Childs?
Foul, 2 fouls.
Yes, not Jackie Childs. Jackie Childs, Moon. Yeah, Jackie Moon. Jackie Childs is the Johnny Cochran knockoff for Seinfeld. Yeah, where they don't know what the fuck happened. That first forward pass, like, this was allowed. I guess the letter of the law, though. No, it's not in the spirit of things, and that's
kind of
it's just running. Yeah, it's just running play after running play. Like it's like watching you and your drunk friends play football. It's fucking great. Just like balls are getting fumbled, balls are hitting people square in the hands, and they're just like, bah, my hands, and they drop the pass. You can't help but love that.
I mean, watching it for a second, I thought I feel so bad for these fans, but then I remembered they're Bills fans and they're like fucking most insane people.
I love seeing the photos of like the audience, like they're all like just covered in like 2 inches of snow. They still
but they definitely loved it because they're insane. They fucking throw each other through tables.
The Bills fans are the same as those Game of Thrones zombies. Like they got the ice blue eyes. They fucking nothing brings them down, man. Riding their ice dragons into the stadium. It's cold. They're not humans. They're weird, like frost giant dwarf things. I don't. Yes, Brian.
You live in Buffalo. What is it? You live in Buffalo. What else is going to make you sad?
Yeah,
you're already sad individual. You live in Buffalo. Yeah. It's almost as bad as living in Cleveland.
You already waved. No, it's like literally Cleveland and Buffalo just in the summer of '74, like waved goodbye to industry. Like, are you coming back? And industry just laughed and moved to China.
You got Buffalo wins.
Industry went out for a pack of smokes.
Yeah. My dad, industry, he'll be back, and nothing will ever happen. The entirety of Buffalo in the '80s was just like, we have Rick James. That's it. He lives in a mansion because he came from this place, and that's it. Since the four falls of Buffalo, as we'll call them, what has Buffalo done? Nothing. And I get a big taste of Buffalo because I go to Jimmy's Old Town Tavern, the Buffalo Bar in the Herndon area. And you get to see Buffalonians, whatever the hell they're called, and you get to eat their buffalo fare, their poutine, and their pierogies and their kielbasa, clog your bowels. You're like, how does the plumbing of Buffalo, between the cold and their diet, how does a pipe last beyond 18 months? Like those are the those are the doctors of Buffalo, the plumbers. Like those are the guys in the Rolls Royces. They have drivers and shit like that.
How shitty do you think they feel that the one fun thing that came out of Buffalo was Rob Gronkowski, and now they have to see him concuss their
fuck them twice a year.
Yeah,
just cuck them twice a year. Yeah, that's got to be horrible. Don't he's a hometown Buffalo guy.
Yeah, he's from Buffalo.
Oh god, so his dad was just some Pollock steel mill worker and hasn't had a job in 35 years, and it's just like, I hope my cum does something. And yeah,
and it did a lot.
It did, yeah.
Well, some would say too much, but
no, it's the other one was the murderer. Teacup. Sorry. Other than that, I don't know. There's, I think we've gotten to the majority of the stories of the week. We got Warren Sapp. Apparently, there's been a lot of, I guess, the Me Too moment hitting the. I like how I said that, the Me Too moment. Like in another 5 days, this fad of reporting sexual harassment will die down. But the NFL network's been racked with accusations and subsequently suspensions of who the fuck, Marshall Faulk, Warren Sapp, Donovan McNabb. A lot of dudes working at the NFL network, it's been reported, were sexually harassing some of their female coworkers. And it's funny, like some of those where you're like, I guess I believe it. Like, really, why the hell would you make this up? But then you hear the name Warren Sapp and you're like, oh, that motherfucker definitely did that.
I think Darren Sharper worked for NFL Network right before all that stuff went down. It turned out that he like raped all the women.
Yeah, where he just
every
Tri-County area.
Everyone.
Yeah, fucking. I think Sharper would play GTA and just be like, "That's it. That's all you got. Let me show you how I throw down."
Attila the Hun would be like, "Jesus, dude.
Yeah,
like, fuck.
Keep it out of someone. Good lord, save it for the battlefield, Sharper." Yeah,
it's rape and pillage, not rape and rape.
He liked to do 2 days.
Yeah. It's like one of those bodybuilders, ordering a meal. I want meat with a side of meat. I want my rape. I want a cup of rape, no ice. And for dessert, I want rape. So
his favorite movie is Planet of the Rapes. He likes reading the Rapes of Wrath.
With raping Gilbert Rape.
God.
There you
go. Something about rape cod.
Tragic when John Kennedy died off the shores of Rape Cod. Darren Sharper flew him into
He gets
the sea.
his high off rape pens. Like vape pens.
Oh.
Yeah, it takes that.
As it run its course.
Favorite cartoon is Rape Ape.
Rape Ape.
Wait, I don't get that one.
Oh, you weren't around for Hanna-Barbara's Grape Ape?
No. Grape Ape, but it actually sounds like Rape Ape. When
it really does, yeah. So Warren Sapp, let's be like, does he even get trials at this point? Like Warren Sapp should just. I know you're a Bucks guy, and
it's hard. It's tough.
He just needs to be drawn and quartered at this point, right? Like that's justice.
I didn't look too deep into it until today, and there's some like interesting claims.
Who accused him of like who complained about this?
Give a real buzzkill is the answer, Travis Teacup. Someone he has been accused.
It was the woman that I don't know her official title. She's the one that put the clothing together for the people in the studio.
A wardrobe artist.
Wardrobe.
See how I made that
there you go. Yeah, she's the one that made the accusation of him. And
buying them all.
Actually, Sapp's what she accused Sapp of, it seems to be a lot more PG than the other. Was it Falk and McNabb?
Well, the other dudes, I think, were like texting pictures of their dick, constantly like grabbing her ass, like I don't get fucking the confidence, man. Like it's one of those things.
I'll just say that if you're in charge of wardrobe for NFL Network, it sounds like you might need a vibrator. So
why is that?
Because she's lonely. I don't know.
I'm glad that you're concerned about her welfare and her social life. You're like, that just sounds like a demanding job. She probably goes home to a cat and needs to masturbate.
She's stressed.
That is sad.
Yes.
She blames Sapp for urinating in front of her.
Oh.
And that was one of the first thing. And
that's just lighthearted tomfoolery.
Yeah. He had like 2 minutes to run back and pee. And she claimed that the restroom was her office. That's where she'd be steaming stuffs and getting clothes ready. And he said, you know what? The shitter can't be your office. I got to pee. And he said, I went in there and peed, but I shut the door. I didn't pee in front of her.
Okay.
So he made it sound very innocent.
Interesting.
I mean, as long as
So
he didn't
he's-
make her hold the coffee mug.
Yeah, I read it. So I saw a different quote for what he said was like, I don't even pee in front of my wife. I was married to her for 9 years. It's not something you do. Not sexual. It's not cute. Not something you want to see. Last time I checked, if you eat some asparagus, it might stink. I don't think the smell is really the big issue here, but I do find it funny that that's what his defense is.
Someone hasn't been
You
married.
might have had asparagus at some point, so you shouldn't pee in front of people.
You know what? He's a piece of shit, and he probably should get the electric chair for whatever. But maybe not this. And that's the official pronouncement of Papa's Football Podcast. Are we?
Do not support the views expressed.
No, it's cool. I turned you around on this. You don't have to act brave here, Brandon. This is a safe space. You can admit that he should be shot execution style for crying.
Brandon, being from Florida, who doesn't like to lay down in the shower and get peed on? It's good times.
I mean,
It's called foreplay.
a lot of jellyfish down there. You get stung, you gotta get peed
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
Naturally,
there you go.
fetish grows from there.
So you piss on it and then suck the poison out, right? Or is that the wrong order? All right, guys. I guess we can call it an episode and then get over to the I'll Take a Leak in front of Teacup, and then we'll start the Papa's Basement show. So if you're listening on YouTube, just wait for us. We'll tweet the link to that momentarily. Give us 10 minutes. I really got to piss. Anything? Bueller? Anything we want to toss out there? That's a no. And Brandon.
That's been great.
All right. We're
This
all
was a real high energy way to end the show.
yeah. Oh no, it's one for the ages. This is a good one. Do you want us so amped up we run at the Jaguars fans? Is that
Yeah, let's find
For
some.
the YouTube fans, you guys all pull your dicks out and do pee hole kisses. That'll be the best way to end the show.
yeah? Like spread the head open like the sandworms from Dune. That's a reference one of you will get, but it's worth it for that one guy.
I know of the movie.
They're making a new one. The dude who did that second Blade Runner, which apparently was, I loved it. Everyone else thought it was boring as shit.
I've heard good things, actually.
I just got put back on ADD medication. I did not fucking move for like 3 hours.
Did you blink?
No. I fucking took a straw full of water and would dab it under each eyeball.
Like Clockwork Orange style.
Yeah, exactly. Every 30 seconds. So I was fine with it. My friend who mocks me for texting throughout movies, he was up every 5 minutes. He's like, how the fuck did you do that? Like, you are a commercial for Dexedrine. Like, that is incredible. You sat through that. I liked it. That dude is doing the new Dune, which is amazing because if you've ever seen really any film adaptation of Dune, they are an affront to cinema. Like, you'd be better off wiping your ass with that celluloid. Like that.
I've never read it or like seen any of those before, but every time I've talked to somebody who knows about it, they pretty much respond exactly.
Oh
how
yeah,
you
it's like the
did.
hipster way to be into like Star Wars, where you're like, yeah, go enjoy your little queermo Luke Skywalker. I'm over here with fucking Muad'Dib, Paul Atreides. That's my motherfucker. Yeah, the fucking David Lynch Dune in '83 is so goddamn bad, so bad. It's got the dude from Twin Peaks, whatever the fuck, that Kyle MacLachlan. It's got Sting fighting in a Speedo with a really obvious watch tan. Fucking, it's a big piece of shit, but I recommend it. I mean, get real fucked up and watch
It's a
it.
rousing endorsement.
You will laugh your ass. It's so bad. It's so bad. But maybe, just maybe, we're gonna get a good Dune, and that's what a football podcast should close with, talking about Dune for 5 minutes and the Fremen and the weirding way.
Warren Sapp could have used a rape goat.
All right. The happy music makes that joke. All right. Everyone, that was Papa's Football Podcast, hosted at pfpod.com. Every episode we have ever done. We're on iTunes. We're on Stitcher. We're on YouTube. Just look up Papa's Football Podcast. It's not fucking rocket surgery. I am your host, John Papa Giorgio, at Papa's Basement on Twitter and Instagram. We've got Teacup Travis Dorwood. He is Travis Dorwood, Dorward, on all of his social medias. We have Brian Bolte at Choke, not Chokes, Choke on Ritalin on his various social media. And Brandon, do your thing, man. What is plug your shit? Enjoy your two listeners.
Yeah, most of my social things are just Brandon L.K. Hall, which is basically just my name, middle initials.
Yeah, worth stalking Brandon because I'll be honest, you're starting to age out of the Harry Potter looking thing, but you still got a bit of
I'm
it.
working on
Stalk him before he stalks you.
it. Exactly. I'm not very active, but I'm working on getting better.
That is true because I tend to mute people that I don't really chat with, but you chat so infrequently that I don't have you muted. You just tweet like once
Awesome.
a fucking month.
I'm just trying to fly under the radar.
Hop to it, man. Take those Outback breaks and tell us how much you hate college ball. All right. Till the next one. We are out of here.